Hello my dudes, welcome to another video. We're doing another, I have a really long time to you guys to talk in the car, but you guys know how it is. Like, you saw do our talks in the car, and honestly I do miss it. I feel like always too with your best friends, you get the best conversations in the car. So yeah, here we are. We're doing a car talk. Okay, you reach out to me because you see me on transformation and inspire you as far as with your depression, your anxiety, your things like that. And I want to talk about it today because that's something that I struggled with in the past. I mean, if you're new to my channel, I had a severe eating disorder. I was in a coma for 6 months, and within that, I also struggled with depression, anxiety, suicide, things like that. But I don't want to make this video about talking about my experience through that, but I do want to talk about what really, really helped me get out of that mindset, that mind frame. And, and it's something that it kind of clicked to me during my recovery from anorexia after the coma. So I was kind of in this routine of, going to therapy, I had to go to the hospital and I had to go to therapy as part of the recovery. And, a lot of the people that I worked with at the time, addressing the eating disorder was making me say, it's not my fault, that it's because of the eating disorder, that I have a voice in my head, that, it's because I'm sick, that's how it is, and that it's okay. You kind of got into this process without trying to go to deep down the rabbit hole in that. You kind of get in this process of kind of excusing it, right? Oh, it's okay. It's okay that I feel like this. It's because of this. It doesn't matter. I'm doing this because this is what I have. So it's okay. It almost becomes like a safety net in a way. And it doesn't go just with the eating disorder. That goes with kind of the depression, things like that, right? I don't feel like doing something today because I'm depressed. I'm depressed. And keep saying to yourself that, oh, I have this. I have anxiety. I am depressed. I am anorexic. Whatever. All that stuff, right? You're constantly identifying with that, right? And, there's... this is not to say that necessarily, whatever we feel, depression, anxiety, all that stuff isn't real. It's real. And I think to a degree, it's a human experience that we all kind of go through, okay? To a different degree, for sure. But we all experience it, okay? But the thing is that the most powerful tool that you have is your belief, okay? The minute you believe that in it, depression and anxiety and whatever it is, and you say that I am that, that's what you're gonna be. That's how you're gonna act. The moment that you choose to think differently, because that's what happened to me. I was kind of going into this cycle, it was hospital, therapy, anorexia, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? And it kind of hit me one day, and I was like, excuse, I'm not gonna swear, but I was like, what the F am I doing? No, I'm not this. I'm not, this is not what I want to be. This is not what I want to do. And I have people telling me that this is what I am. And I'm like, screw this. I don't want to do this anymore, right? And I kind of started taking steps to fix myself. So the moment that I chose to not believe in it anymore, that's when things kind of shifted to me. And I started focusing on things that I believed were going to empower me and what I wanted to have for my life. So, the gym became a big part of it, and I said to myself that, this is who I am now. I am someone that goes to the gym to better themselves. That's what I am. And that was a very easy way for me to shift it because it was so in my control and it was so tangible to me that I could do it every day, that I could better myself every day. It wasn't some oh, I'm going to choose to be happy when, I kind of was like, okay, really, no, I don't feel happy right now, right? And we can get into that even more, but the gym, that's why the gym was something so easy, because it was something I could say and it was something that I could do and I had control of, and it really, really changed everything for me in many, many ways. And I've talked about it before. The moment that you let depression or whatever become who you are, that's when you lose control of yourself, right? So it's a choice. You can literally right now choose to not be depressed. Acknowledge how you feel, acknowledge things that you may not like about your life, acknowledge everything. But guess what? Time is not free, okay? And no, and I'm not talking about I'm not talking about money, I'm not talking about work necessarily, I'm not talking about any of that. But especially if most people work like a 9 to 5, maybe you're not, it's not your passion, okay? I'm not saying that this is for everybody. Some people love their jobs, don't get me wrong. But a lot of people that I come across and talk to, they're not really happy with their current life, their current situation, their current career and all that, okay? So you're working and doing whatever you're doing, and then you come home, right? And you want to just do nothing, right? Maybe you put Netflix on, maybe you just kind of want to numb the feeling, whatever that is, right? That time that's supposedly free to you, so you're working a whole day and complaining how you're not living the life that you want to live, right? You're not having any free time for yourself, you're not that, but that little time that you do have free, you're spending basically doing nothing good for yourself whatsoever, nothing that you really want to do, and it's costing you. It's costing your mental. You're consuming things. God only knows what you're consuming as in your brain, right? You're looking at TikTok, social media, Netflix. It's just things that are not helping you either way. Do you have to do something productive every hour of the day? No, and it doesn't really come down to that, but it's coming to being true to yourself and who you want to be. And when you tell yourself that I want to make a change in my life, you would benefit more doing something. Even trying and failing, knowing that you are at least going after something that, in your stomach is telling you, like, okay, I gotta do this. But it sucks right now because I'm not seeing the results. I don't really know where it's going. The future is unknown, right? And you're getting all these thoughts, but you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna give it a try, right? And I'm gonna stick to it because it's better than nothing. Nothing sucks, right? Nothing is what got us here. Nothing is what makes us feel depressed, right? Because if you can't even give yourself something, there's nothing out there in that world that's going to give it to you. Nothing. So it has to, no matter what that is, it has to come from you first. So what I hope for any of you watching this video and you're struggling with that, first, stop identifying with the idea that that's what it is. You are not that. You are you. Put your name in it, right? Okay, I am Daphne. I'm not depressed. Okay, I may have states that I feel down, right? I feel it, but that doesn't become me, right? You are something way greater than that, and you do have that power of choosing what you want to be, and don't use it as an excuse as to why your life sucks. Oh, my life sucks because I'm depressed and I can't do anything about it. Yes, you can do something about it, and it starts from your choice. And this is not me trying to be hardcore or anything like that. There's no other really way to say it, and it does have to kind of come from you. A lot of people also come to me and ask me hey, I have a friend and I think she's struggling through this, what's her best advice? I'm honestly, be there for them, don't judge them, but it has to come from them, because if not, they're just going to push you back. It's kind of a tricky thing, but life, if you look at yourself, if you look at your life 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff that happened that maybe you didn't expect happening. A lot of stuff has changed. Stuff that maybe at the time, 5 years ago, you would have never thought that would have happened. So there's so much that's out there for you. Right now, this moment is a moment in time, so don't waste it, because there is something else out there. If you're thinking that, even if you've ever thought about suicide or things like that, right? There's always something more. Even if you don't believe it, there is something more, because it's proof. If you look back in your thing, that's something more, maybe bad or good, but everything that happens to you in your life, again, if you truly, again, believe in it and take the actions that in your heart you should, right? And not just numbing yourself and going through life passively and not having any control of what you're thinking, critically thinking about things, life, happening, events, and knowledge, right? You should become aware of yourself, and you also should have knowledge of yourself, the world, and how you view things and what you believe, and that conviction will get you forward. I feel like sometimes I sound fluffy. I don't want to sound fluffy, but even besides having something more, there's something in your life right now that loves you. There's somebody. There's always someone else that cares about you, loves you, all that stuff that you care about. Okay, And you know what? We're all going to die at some point. So, hey, might as well enjoy whatever you're going to do right now. And, you know, everybody has their own religious beliefs about afterlife, death, whatever you want to believe. I'm not trying to cross borders on that. But, you know, you're never going to get this right now back. And truly, there's something else out there. And if you're at that point of, like, offing yourself, like, literally, go give your all to something that you really want to do first. Like, if you're really, really at that point, first try really hard and do what you really want to do to better yourself. Whether that's, and again, the easiest thing that, I mean, I can think of is literally the gym. Go to the gym, get healthy, get in shape. Do it. See the results. See what sticking to something does for you. See what going through hard times and grit and you know, times that you don't want to go, at times that you show up for yourself, and the discipline that takes, and the promises that you keep to yourself, and how it mentally clears your head so you can go forward, because you're actually doing something with your body real in time. You're not just passively looking at a screen. It's not draining you. It's actually it's a physical activity that's taking out energy of you, but it's also giving you more life. It's not taking away out of your life. So, and sitting with your thoughts, calming your brain from the gibberish and sitting with yourself is really, really important. So do that first before doing anything. Okay? I promise you that you are loved. You're an amazing human being. You're not alone. But you have the ability to make the decisions that are going to change your life forever right now. And it all starts in here. The mind, that's why they say the mind is very powerful. The mind is very, very powerful in what you can do. So start small and start doing it. But that's my best advice. If you want to get over it, how to get over it? Belief and love. So I don't know if this helped anybody. You know, it's really something that has to come from within. But I promise you, if you stick to it and you do it, all this will make so much sense. And the growth and the love that you will have for yourself, for life, for people is something that is irreplaceable and so goddamn worth it. And you are worth it. So I love you all. If this helped, share with someone, comment, share your experience. Love you all. Keep lifting and win your day. Mwah.